Harvard attacking the IITs. You know, this allegation that they are Brahmanical structures created to oppress Dalits just seems so far-fetched. But then it has real-world consequences, as we've seen in the lawsuits against the US tech companies for allegedly hiring Brahmins and denying opportunities to Dalits. These issues come completely out of left field for our community. And, what's even more ironic is that most modern Hindus don't even know what their caste is. So why such an attack? Because it just seems so devoid of any real substance.
Navitaji, this issue is really at the heart of it. And, our concerns about the monopolist wanting to come into a place and then destroy indigenous industries and competition so that they have a new monopoly. This is the manner in which colonialists work. It doesn't matter whether it's religion. Religion is equally monopolistic when it comes from the Euro-Christian backgrounds. We've seen them. There is no diversity. It's a demand for freedom of religion and belief to get into a market. But once you're in that market, then it's erasure of diversity, erasure of other people's freedom of religion and belief through every single means possible. And this attack on the IITs is exactly in accordance with this strategy. Already they're undermining the strength of the IITs, the international reputation of the IITs. I recall reading in, I think it was the Times not so long ago, that Indian children who are trying to get into the IITs, they put Harvard and Oxford as fallback universities, where if they don't manage to get into the IITs, then you can always go to Stanford or MIT or what have you. And that must have really hurt when it was circulated. And so this is the psyche of an adversarial entity is to remove competition. And this is a red flag. This is entirely a red flag. Indian institutions are not pointing the finger at Harvard and saying you are discriminating against Asians, right? You are not, you can't have a meritocracy here and demand a meritocracy and do social justice sort of work, whilst in your own backyard you're denying other American citizens their human rights. It is hypocrisy, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be answered. These are not things that the Indian government and the Indian state should be fearful of confronting. In fact, it's a great opportunity for them to confront these for everybody's benefit, for the benefit of students internationally. Imagine if Harvard is a genuine hypocrisy-free meritocracy with free flow of students and knowledge, without predatorial intentions. What a wonderful Harvard that would be. India can participate in seeing that become the reality.
Do you also think then there's some degree of academic envy? Because, these IITs produce top entrepreneurs, leaders of companies that produce real goods and services that benefit the world. And then you have Harvard, and they produce Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum. And, at some point, do we get to see a brown version of Klaus Schwab? So they can say, we have diversity of the elite ruling class.
Well, let's not go there, because I have a suspicion that there are one or two in the wings already, ready to come on center stage. We do have members of our civilization who have been colonized, who are sepoys. Political sepoys exist, using one of, again, Rajivji's terms. We have academic sepoys in abundance. And I'm sure Harvard would love to create even more academic sepoys given the chance within Bharat. There is a sense that Bharat's rise economically and in terms of its geopolitical power is a threat to Western hegemony. And this has to be the backdrop. This has to be the canvas against which any agreements are viewed, any conversations are conducted. Not to do so would be negligent. I'm absolutely in agreement with what you are saying. There are definitely significant influences in European and American academia who do not want to lose hegemony, who do not want to lose their primary places of power globally in this whole ecosystem. But it's happening, isn't it? We are seeing a shift from those power structures which were built on abusing the human rights of human beings all over the world in preference for Euro-Christian human beings. all of those are being shaken to the roots. They were built on shaky foundations in the first instance. And from our perspective, karma is not something that you can escape. The law of karma, it may take its time, but it's part of the natural framework of existence. And we're seeing that happen. So hopefully they'll embrace it before they have caused too much conflict and destruction. Wouldn't this be a wonderful educative exercise that the Bharatiya academics could give to the American academia, as I say, for their benefit and for the benefit of all of us?
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.